Hey guys, what's up? Let me give you the rundown. I've been playing a bit of Master Duel since I want to get back into it. Also, I saw a few other people play it, and I thought to myself, man, I want to get back into Yu-Gi-Oh. And when I got back, there was a few decks that I remembered actually like playing with. One of which was my Exodia deck, which was my prime deck. I have a lot of like different decks, but all of them are like either incomplete or not good. I primarily focused on Nojama, Heroes, and then Exodia, because Exodia was my draw deck. And ironically, it's the one that I actually have the highest win rate with. Because I was playing with it a bit, testing out in casual, since I did play ranked with Heroes and I did do pretty well. But I want to play with my Exodia deck and I want to like tweak it and then make sure it's good. And I did a lot better than I expected. But I'll show you guys like my two favorite ones, which are the two most recent ones. And I'm gonna play the replay so that we can like actually go over it. And I wish I was recording when I was playing. I just didn't expect it to be that entertaining for me to at least play through. I wish you guys could see my emotions while I was going through. But yes, let's start off turn one. He's going first, and I think this was a Plunder Pirate deck, if I remember correctly. Yeah, so I start up with Upstart Goblins to draw some cards. Because, again, Exodia deck. The whole point is for me to get all 5 pieces of Exodia in my hand. And I just want to place down Upstart and then Jar of Greed to draw more cards. He reveals that he has, this is the Plunder Pirate deck. And he link summons this guy. Blackbeard Pyro or whatever it's called. And he goes ham. Because this one game took like 40 minutes to play out. And as you guys saw earlier, it went on to turn 27 till someone won, aka me. And I took a lot of big hits here. And so I laid on Mirror Force, Card Trader, and then Swords of Revealing Light. Biggest thing I learned while I was playing is that people need to actually have more things to get rid of spell cards in their decks. Because it's one of the biggest counters. But anyways, he fusion summons another Plunder Pirate, goes hard on this continuous trap. Yeah, look at this. He brings back cards from his graveyard, summons it into the back line, and then banishes a few ones, summons more, and I'm like, oh my god. Luckily I have swords on, so I'm not too worried. He just has more and more of these continuous spell cards, and then other cards that are like, look at my HP right now, 5,400. Against 2 turns I'd be dead. Thank god I have Swords of Revealing Light. Now I summoned out this normal card, mostly because it's good and tanky, but then the White Elephant's Gift allows me to draw 2 cards if I get rid of it. I could slow this down so I could talk more, but I don't think that's an option. Anyways, his turn again. He's going fucking ham. How many cards? He has 30 cards in here. I think I have 20 left after what I've used. He synchro summons, brings back more monsters from the graveyard. Oh my god, look at this. He was going at it. But yeah, he got rid of Swords of Revealing Light, but luckily I had Mirror Force. Luckily I laid down 2 Mirror Forces actually. That I laid on 2 just in case. And it actually paid off. First one took out all of it. His Plunder Pirate came back. And then I was able to use that again and destroyed the 2 cards in the back. And then he places down another card. He keeps going hard. Like, look at this guy. Link summons another Plunder Pirate. Yep, Blackbeard. Finally ended his turn. And I only have 5 cards on me, and I'm like, shit, I'm fucked. So every time I have card trade, I always just switch it out. Because right now, I have no pieces of Exodia in my hand. And I've already drawn 15 cards from my deck. 16 cards, and not a single Exodia yet. Luckily I have another swords, so then I can stall for a bit longer. This is like a really fast paced. is a bit faster than what I can explain. But to be fair, this one game took like 40 minutes. So yeah. Another card exchange. Used Harpy Feather Dust to get rid of that continuous trap card and that monster card in the back. And then played down Mirror Force as a safety net. He actually had his field spell, which I actually didn't know what it did. And I did read it. It just gave him all more attack damage and allowed him to like discard a card and draw more cards. Shard of Greed was able to be... No, he got rid of Shard of Greed. And I think he also got rid of my card trader. No, I used it and got 2 cards. Never mind, that was later on. So I activated both of my 2 Shards of Greeds. And then I just had to keep stalling. Because right now, Mirror Force is going to run out soon. And the only card that's going to protect me is Mirror Force, as well as the Messenger of Peace. Which I love, because monsters with 1,500 more attack points can attack. Beautiful card. But yeah, he's still going fucking ham. Look at him. He has XYZ summon, Link summon, 2 normal monsters. I'm like, Jesus Christ, man. Calm down. I re-rolled a white bone to get another white bone, which I thought was funny. This is before I made the last edit to my deck, but you guys see more what I'm talking about. I kept the Monster Reborn in my hand because I thought if I just reborn one of the cards that were destroyed, one of the pieces of Exodia, I'd still win. But we'll see how that goes. I used the Mirror Force after Swords of Revealing Light went down, and I was able to destroy most of his monsters. And then Shard of Greed came inactive. I used Raigeki as a safety net because I didn't like how he had 2 Pokemon, or 2 cards out with exactly 1,500. But yeah. Now I have a few cards, a few Exodia pieces in my hand. I didn't talk about this earlier, but he actually did banish, or not banish, but sent one of my cards from my hand to my graveyard. That's why I kept on to this Monster Reborn, because I thought I could just resummon it and I'd be fine. So I wasn't worried at all. Normal monster came out. I sacrificed it to White Elephant to draw more cards. I keep using this one because it's safety net. He has no cards out, so I wasn't I was in a solid position. I was just stalling until I could get the last piece of Exodia and then Monster Reborn. This was a really intense round for me. Like this, I was like really excited because this, like, I could actually win this. I did not think I was. Main phase part 2, Black Bunlunder. It's just continuous draw phase at this point. We're already on round 22 and we're still drawing. He has 16 cards left. I had 9 cards left. I knew, like, if I drew all my cards, I'd win, no matter what. I have all the pieces of Exodia, so now I just had to wait. Next turn, I summon Exodia and win. He goes on ahead and banishes 10 cards to draw more cards. I didn't realize that, so now he only has, how many cards is this? 3 cards left in his deck. And in Yu-Gi-Oh, if you run out, if you can't draw, you lose automatically. So you guys can see where this game is going. He's still going fucking off, but because of the Messenger of Peace, he can't attack me with this card. This card can attack, but the one with 30,000 attack points is pretty much useless to him. So now, here I am, paid another 100, Swords of Revealing Light, just in case, safety net, never be too cautious. Monster Reborn, I choose Exodia, and I'm thinking to myself, I've won the game, easiest game of my life. I didn't win. So, I thought, even if it was like on the field, it still counted. No, it wasn't. It had to be in my hand, which kind of sucked. So after this game, I rearranged my deck, which I'll show you guys after this game ends, which it just did, because he no longer has any cards. So now I'm just messing around because I know that he's a guaranteed loss. I still had 6 cards to draw. I summoned Exodia's arm, and then I let him just time out, and then I actually won. Pretty fun. I really did enjoy this round. It was stressful. I was really disappointed that I didn't win with Exodia. But then came the next round afterwards. And this one was fun. I deeply enjoyed this one. Do I think my opponent was good? Not really. But winning with Exodia is pretty fun in my books, no matter what the case is. Here we go. I took the first turn, summoned out the field card chicken game. So anyone can pay 1,000 life points on their turn, draw a card, destroy this card, or give the opponent's life points. Me, wanting to draw as many cards as possible, kept drawing cards. So I used Jar of Greed, sent down Shard of Greed, and then put down Swords of Revealing Light, just to be a caution. Because, Exodia deck. If I lose life points carelessly, I will just die. I actually did draw my first piece of Exodia pretty quickly, which I was very ecstatic for. So he can't do anything because of swords, so now I'm just chilling. I used the leg, and then with the white bone piece, that way I could just draw more cards. And I actually got rid of that one fairy card I used last game, because I instead added a different spell card, which allowed me to revive cards from my graveyard to my hand instead of graveyard to field. Yeah. Now I'm just trying to stall for time, trying to draw more cards. Sent on Shard of Greed, used the Shard of Greed, Jar of Greed, all the greeds, all the different pots. Pots of Duality allowed me to see the next 3 cards and choose one. Upstart Goblin allowed me to draw more cards. So now I used another 1,000, drew another card, Upstart, used it, and now I was just waiting. Yeah, here's Monster Reincarnation. Allows me to discard 1 card and then return 1 card from the graveyard to my hand. Very, very useful for Exodia deck. He did something, I didn't really care, but Swords of Revealing Light finished. So then I tried to get a new one quickly, or I wanted to just, I Heartbeat Feather Duster because I didn't like the 2 spell cards he had. And then I used another Mirror Force, just in case. Card Game, to draw him another card. Pot of Duality, I was really looking for swords, and I actually did get it. So then I used it straight away, and then just ended up chilling. Mirror Force is always a backup plan in case they have some sort of field card or spell card to get rid of swords and attack me directly. I can just Mirror Force and then wipe them all out. Yeah, he summons a Blue Eyes with the, I think, Call of D. No, the Flute of Summoning, because he had Lord of D on the field. Anyways, I'm still shuffling. I got another piece of Exodia. I then used the Messenger of Peace, because most of them were above 1,500, so I sent it down as another safety net. Since Sword was still active, I wasn't too worried, but I also wanted to get rid of a card so that I didn't have to burn a card. You see here I have 3 Monster Reincarnations, which is really upsetting, but I actually used it just so that, if you have more than 7 cards, I think, or more than 6 cards, you have to, burn a card, and I didn't want to waste it. I drew another piece, or I revived a piece of Exodia and then let him go. Swords was still active, so he couldn't do anything, and then it actually finally dissipated. I actually ran out of, I rerolled the Peace Messenger, so then I kept card trading, and then I used Reigeki as a... Hold up, I'm gonna pause here, so I'm gonna... Pause. Okay, thank God. So, a lot of things just happened right there. Card Trader, got rid of one of my Monster Reincarnations, and then I also drew. So I got Reigeki and the Swords of Revealing Light. I used Reigeki because I was not comfortable with how many monsters he had, because he could wipe me out easily if I fucked up. So I used Reigeki, and he actually had a trap card. But I think he was mistaken, because the trap card basically prevents me from declaring an attack. But Reigeki is technically a spell, not an attack. So he kind of messes up there. And because of that, Reigeki gets rid of his whole board. And he wastes a trap card. Anyways, another safety net, Swords of Revealing Light because I didn't have Peaceful Messenger. Checking game because I really wanted to draw the last 2 pieces. And then I didn't get it, so then I had to just keep waiting. See, I was scared about this one because I didn't know what this head flip did. But it basically just allowed him to summon stuff. Yeah, it wasn't anything too terrifying. Back to me. Draw, Jar of Greed. I card traded Monster Reborn because I actually don't need that. I placed on Jar of Greed and then ended my turn because I just want to keep drawing cards, drawing cards, drawing cards. That's the biggest thing. So I think here, I'm going to pause it because I have 4 pieces and I think one of them is in the graveyard. if I remember correctly. No, okay. I think so. In my deck, there's still 2 white elephant gifts. So what I did this turn was I used one of the Exodia pieces. Yep, there's one of them. Card changed. I summoned one of the arms and used white gift so that I'm just rushing. There it is. I was able to actually use I'm explaining this poorly. But essentially, I used one of the arms, sacrificed of the white gift, white elephant bone gift. That way, I could draw 2 more cards. I drew an Exodia piece, which is the last one I'm missing, since the other one is currently in the graveyard. So now I'm just going to be using the Monster Reincarnation on the field to take it from the graveyard to my hand. Because that's what I wanted to do last game, but I didn't do. But now I was able to grab it, and then actually won the game with Exodia. God, it was actually so nice to actually finally win with this. Well, win in the way I wanted to. Everyone in the most recent ones were just either AF or like quitting, or just like they either stomped me, or they were just got tired of waiting, or just quit, or just timed out. Yeah, like look at this. I've been playing a lot. I only lost a few times. I don't think this deck is good, to be fair. Because if they have any cards that like get rid of spell cards, I'd be screwed. But I was having a lot of fun. Like you can see, turn 17, turn 23, turn 2, this guy quit. Turn 23, this guy timed out. Turn 4, he actually beat me. I think I timed out, or I quit because I had to do something. Or he got rid of something, I forgot. He quit in turn 2 because he didn't get what he wanted. And so on and so forth. I was having a lot of fun with this deck. And hopefully, I might actually start recording my actual like live action reaction to this, because God was I screaming. But yeah, those were just a few highlights, the 2 most recent ones, because I was like, oh, I have to show this. But yeah, actually I'm looking at the timestamp. This game only took like 30 minutes, but still 30-minute card game though. My God. Anyways, I just wanted to show that. Hopefully I can do some Yu-Gi-Oh content if you guys are interested. It's basically just me playing my decks, my hero deck, which honestly isn't as entertaining, Exodia deck, which I find so fun, and yeah, and Ojamas, but Ojama's not good. Yeah. Thank you guys so much for watching. I know this is like a really weird episode, and I'm just like going back at my previous games, but like, I hope you guys enjoyed. I really want to do like more content for Yu-Gi-Oh because I think it's pretty fun, and I guess I'll just see you guys later. Thank you guys.